Hi, welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show, the love hour before happy hour. And right now it's just the love hour because there hasn't really been going out to a happy hour. So we're just loving, 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 and spreading love in the world and transforming the world with love. So I love you all. I'm really looking forward to an amazing show today. Thank you for watching. So this is my dream. Florida Love is my dream. And I created Florida Love to spread love in the Florida community. And also because when I was little, I I believe that we're all born as pure love. I mean, if you look at a baby, babies are pure love. And they go around goo goo gaga, loving everybody, loving mom, loving dad. And so babies just spread love. And what I got in touch with is underneath it all, who I am is pure love and who everybody else is pure love. And when I listen to people, like when I speak with them, I don't listen to all the stuff on top, all the judgment. I call it the caca, but all the judgment, all the gossip, or whatever that is. I don't listen to that because to me, that's not what's really who they are. Really, who they are underneath is true love. So we're going to have an authentic, open conversation about love. We're going to have singing. Um, we're going to talk about recovery love. We're going to talk about all types of love because love is everything. God is love. So I'm looking forward to a really amazing, beautiful show today on this beautiful day. And I always say I have a love virus. I think love is the most beautiful thing in the world. And if we could just all love each other and get along, what an amazing world we would have. And if we just went around saying, I love you to each other, what I have found is when I say I love you, even when I go downstairs in my building, I say I love you to my doorman. He says, I love you back. 99% of the people I say I love you to say I love you back. So today I'm going to bring on Rachel Barcellona, who is an autism advocate, a singer, a pageant winner. She's also um, she's a beauty queen. She has ability beyond disabilities, and what she shares about is that we can all be whoever we want to be. So I'm going to bring on Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. So Rachel is a lover and she spreads happiness all over the world. So Rachel, please tell us about Sephora because I'm going to show everybody your amazing Sephora ad about loving yourself.
Okay, well, Sephora is one of my favorite make brands, and I used it a lot. And you'll see later in the video that it helped me with a lot of issues I had with my autism, but I'm a part of their campaign. It's called We Belong to Something Beautiful, and they've helped so many people with differences. They've brought a platform to people who are gay, lesbian, trans, those who have disabilities, and I just I'm very honored because they just found my Instagram and they said, "Hey, why don't you come be in our campaign?" Because they've never had anyone with autism before. So I'm the first person with autism to be in their campaign.
Rachel, please share with everybody your message to kids with disabilities through your organization Ability Beyond Disabilities.
Okay, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a disability. You could just be different from what society expects you. And my message is that you shouldn't give up and not let anyone dictate what they want you to be because you're made how you're supposed to be, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I think last week you also told me about your message to kids and parents with kids with autism. What's your message to them?
Well, to specifically to parents with kids with autism, that autism is not a disease, it's not the end of the world, and that just because the kid has autism, it's not going to stop them from achieving something in life.
Hmm. Kids with autism should be loved and appreciated and be themselves, and no one should be ashamed of that. They should be who they are.
Yeah, I don't think that people should be ashamed of it. I think that people with autism should be loved for who they are. But unfortunately, that's just not happening despite all the awareness we have, which is why I like to campaign for acceptance rather than awareness, because acceptance brings more love to those with disabilities.
I love it. So acceptance. So autism acceptance. And what I'm going to
Yeah.
do is I'm going to play the Sephora ad right now so you can find out more about Rachel and her love.
I'm Rachel and I have autism. I was diagnosed with autism at age 3. I have epilepsy and dyspraxia, which is another thing that comes with autism. It's kind of like a package deal. I had trouble walking, sitting. I have weakness in my hands. I couldn't even hold a pencil. But yeah, I was bullied a lot. Always being told that I was stupid. I remember being in my principal's office in preschool. There were doctors in there saying, this girl's never gonna amount to anything. It's hard because I never really thought of myself as beautiful for the longest time. But Sephora really inspired me. So it started from teaching myself how to hold a pencil to an eyebrow pencil, and I don't think I do a terrible job. I did my own makeup today. Recently, I found my own beauty. When my mom and I go into Sephora, I like playing with lipstick and lip gloss. But to be honest, I think that people shouldn't be afraid to go natural because you should embrace the beauty you have on the inside. As a kid, I wanted to be an author so bad. That was just within me. And now I'm in college, double majoring in creative writing and communications. Since I have autism, I used to hate loud noises. But right now, music plays a big part of my life. I'm going to have my own radio show that will explore the barriers between opera and heavy metal, and I'm excited. I think everybody still struggles to belong. We always have to find our place in this world, and we're always working hard. But I think I belong now because I have people who care about me. They love me for me, and I'm starting to love myself every day, and that's good, right? Autism doesn't hinder people. We are not like what people see in the media. We are capable. I just tell myself, Rachel, you're not disabled. You can do this. We can conquer anything.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Rachel, I love your message about loving yourself and seeing the beauty inside and being natural and just being who we are, beautiful on the outside. And you look beautiful as always, Rachel, and you're just you're just a bright light for everyone. And so Rachel's going to
Thank you.
sing. Mhm. And I love you so much. And what you also shared in the video that I love how you talked about how people love you and that you learn to love yourself because people love you. And I think it's so important for if we all love each other, then we get that love to love ourselves. And it's really just important to spread the love. So Rachel's gonna sing for us today. And last week she sang, and I was in tears. So we really need this right now in the world. We need to hear the love of song. So Rachel's gonna sing, and it's all yours, Rachel.
So you want me to sing the 3 songs in a row?
I sure do. Your love medley.
Okay. I am going to tell everyone which ones they are. So I'm going to start with singing God Bless America. Is that right? And then the anthem, a very special one that's new, and I will say what it is later. Okay. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with love from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. Yay! And now for the national anthem, which I like singing a lot. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And now for the special song. It's totally different. I have an instrumental for it. You heard this already, especially if you have kids, but it's called Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. I'm singing this at a special appearance in Canada. Hold on, I need my ice cold water. Singers don't usually drink that, but Elsa does, and we need this to sound wonderful. I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which I wish would go away. Oh. You're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure, I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm If I follow you into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Oh, are you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? Oh, 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 oh. Where are you going? Don't leave me alone. How do I follow you into the unknown?
Hmm.
It's a little,
Rachel is
but
so
I think it'll
beautiful.
be awesome.
Rachel, that was so beautiful. So I really want to
It's
thank you
okay.
for coming on the show today and singing so angelically
Did
for
I interrupt
everybody.
him?
Thank you. I enjoy it.
Ken, Rachel has a caller.
Oh, Rachel, you
Oh,
have a caller, Rachel.
Can we put her through?
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Hold the line. Say hello, Rachel. She's on the line.
Hello.
I can't hear her.
Hi. I
There's a
don't
Nope,
little
get it.
can't
My
delay.
hear her.
microphone's on.
Okay.
Okay, is the caller there?
Okay, I
Okay.
tried turning it off and on again.
Can we take her? Can I talk to her?
Okay. Is the caller there or no?
We're just having a little bit of technical difficulty. You guys continue on. We'll get the caller on you when we can.
Okay.
I see a texting box. Maybe she could try doing that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, you
Please
know how
text.
they do that.
Rachel, tell me about the
Yeah.
pageant that you sang Into the Unknown. That was so beautiful.
Oh, I did not sing that at any pageant. So,
No? Okay.
oh no. This will be the first time I ever sing this at any event, and it'll be in Canada where I speak about autism acceptance.
And when is that
So,
going to
that's
be?
perfect. Well, it was going to be this month, actually, but due to the virus, it has been rescheduled to October, so it's going to be cold.
Hmm. I saw your speech to the United Nations. What did you want the world to know?
I was speaking about how electronics and social media can benefit people with disabilities, and especially those with autism. and it was a big success. I was talking about how social media helps me connect with people, and then there were nonverbal autistics who couldn't speak. They were talking about how electronics helped them, and there was someone who learned to talk through that, and it was amazing.
We had a caller. I patched her through. It said she was through.
There was just
Rachel,
so
tell me.
much love in one room.
Hi, hold on. What's your name?
So there was so much love in the room.
I thought
Rachel,
so,
tell.
and
Hold on 1 second.
they want me back, so that's good.
So you're
Rachel,
going to speak at the United Nations?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
we have Truly on the line, and I'm just going to forward her messages to you. She is a mom of a child with autism.
All right.
Her daughter's a senior.
Okay. That is amazing. What
And she's
school
very
does she go
disappointed
to?
because she's missing out on prom, grad night, graduation, all those fun things.
No, that's not fun. Okay, so what school does she go to?
And she's very high on the spectrum, and she's just very disappointed. How can you help her get through some of this, Rachel?
Okay, well, I probably know which one anyway. So, well, I had that same mentality. I didn't want to go to prom. I didn't want to do anything. Did because I mean, I had to literally think about this because I think, oh, I'm not going to do this again. And there's people that really care about me. I had a hard time making friends, and I know they liked it because, us girls, we have a thing called masking, and it's not fun, but I know I had to think about all the other people that liked it. I know this is a tough thing for me because I still don't like going to things like that, such as prom, but then I realized there was so much love in that one room. I really liked it, and I liked that my friends liked it. But you shouldn't go to prom if you're pleasing other people.
Oh,
However,
Rachel, I think her concern is it was canceled, and she's so disappointed. How can she get through the disappointed when everything's been canceled? Is it going to be too traumatic for her? Her mom wants to know, or will she make it through it?
now this is hard for me because of the virus. I never had to deal with anything like that. So, how she's gonna tell her? Well, I don't know, just be honest. I don't think we should hide anything from our kids. And if she's a senior, I'm sure she'll understand. You shouldn't have to hide that from her. And also, a fun idea with all the social distancing is to make your own prom at home. Because, like I said, high school's just one thing. You're only going to do that once, but family's forever. So there's nothing better than making your own prom. It doesn't even have to be fancy.
You know what, Rachel? She says that's awesome. Mom says that is a fantastic idea. She said, thank you so much. She thought about that, and that's a great idea.
Yeah. All right, this is really hard for me. I mean, I never thought this would happen.
Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Rachel, she says you have a beautiful voice. You just confirmed with her that that's what she's going to do, and she thanks you so much for that help.
Oh, thank you. I really love helping.
Rachel, thank you so much for, have your own prom virtually or have it at home with your family. What a great idea. All you
Yeah.
who are kept from your prom, go make your own prom. Go love each other and make your own prom. Holla,
That is
Rachel.
so fun. Very, very fun. I'm thinking about it right now.
I saw a video that we posted where there was a young girl, and I think she had if it wasn't sure, but I thought it was cerebral palsy, and they actually had a birthday party by lining up a bunch of cars. She stood on her terrace, and they lined up the cars, and they just beeped their horns and yelled, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I saw this video and I was in tears. So there's so many ways to create our own virtual time
Yeah.
and just love each other. Mm, beautiful. So, Rachel, I really want to thank you for being on the show and singing so beautifully and angelically. And I love you so much. And thanks for everything.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Thanks, Rachel. Welcome back, all you lovers, to the Florida Love Show. Wow, this has been an amazing show, and I'm really looking forward to introducing to you to my next guest to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. So you just saw the ad from Village South, and I'm going to introduce Whitney, who's the marketing director for Village South, and we're going to share some recovery love today. So everybody, this is Whitney, and hi, Whitney.
Hi, this is so exciting. I love this.
So I love Whitney so much, and Whitney was sharing with me about Recovery Love and what the Village South does. And I was just watching the video commercial with you that they've been uplifting men and women for 40 years, and that's really extraordinary. And then you also saw West Care, which has recovery all over the country. So Whitney, share more about Recovery Love in Village South.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me on the show. It's just like serious an honor. And we've, known each other for a while now. It's so cool to see your dream coming true of the Florida Love Show. it's really exciting. So I feel like it's truly an honor to be here today and, well, be here. But West Care is kind of like a parent organization. So West Care is actually in 18 states and 3 territories, and it's really big. And the Village South is one of the companies underneath that umbrella. And it's a special place. It really is. Like I said, we've been in existence for over 40 years, and it's actually thought that the Village South was actually the first treatment center to be licensed in the state of Florida ever. So I think that's kind of cool. I was like, wow, really? That's so fun. Little fun tip there. Who knew? But yeah, so that's a little bit, West Care has, gosh, they have mother and children, centers. They have places that help with domestic violence and homeless shelters and all kinds of things. But it's really all centered around addiction treatment and getting people help with addiction that they need. So it's all over and really, really cool. And the Village South is actually here in South Florida, and we're in Miami-Dade and Broward. And we help also kind of everybody. So we have all different communities. In Pembroke Pines, we have a residence that's for moms and babies. And so moms can be there pregnant. They can have their babies while they're there. They can have children living with them at the residence while they get the help they need. We also have assistance for addiction treatment for LGBTQ people. We have stuff for adolescents, for HIV, for just all kinds of populations. Anybody who needs help, really. Anybody who needs the love and care that, we can show, we're there for them.
So Village South just loves everybody, and especially people who are coming in for recovery. It's like, I love you more. No matter how much you love yourself, we love you more at the Village South. So,
Yeah.
Whitney, if somebody is dealing with drugs or alcohol, and they think they might, think they have a problem, or someone who knows someone who thinks they have a problem, an addiction, who would they speak to at the Village South, and how would they find out about recovery and love?
Well, right now it's a little different because of the quarantine. But what I would say is one easy, really quick way is literally to go on Facebook and just search the Village South, and you'll find us there. And if you send us a message, I actually monitor that page, so I can speak with you directly through Facebook and get you to the right person. And also, I can give you my cell phone number if you want. And they can also go online to westcare.com. Now, if you go on westcare.com, you do have to find Florida and then find the Village South. But that's another way that you can get in touch with us and contact us through our website as well. But probably the easiest way right now, ironically, is social media. And basically, we just do like a brief assessment with somebody to make sure that we know what level of care to put them at. We don't want to put somebody in a residential setting who would do better in an outpatient program. And right now, the really cool thing is that we're doing everything virtually with our outpatient. And that is really good because right now, as you can imagine, we're going crazy. I can't even imagine somebody who's struggling with addiction trapped in their house with nothing to do. It's really like the worst thing ever. So for us to be able to provide virtually, sessions for them and for them to see your face and to hear your voice. And it's just really, I'm so grateful for it right now that we've been able to find a solution during these times because it's kind of crazy.
So if people want to find out about recovery through virtual, they can reach out to you, and whether through the Facebook page, or what's your email, Whitney?
My email is actually my first name and then a period, my last name at westcare.com. So it's whitney.hughson at westcare.com. So it's
And what
pretty
is
easy.
Yeah, and so whitney.usin at westcare.com. And what is the website that they reach out?
They could go to the westcare.com website.
Okay, great, great. And the Facebook page, is it Village South?
Yep, it's Village South. Mm-hmm.
Great. And also, like, the residents there, they actually, I was noticing in the video, the babies, that there's so much love because it's like a whole family there. So, like, you have a residential treatment center, and so if people want to live there, they can as well.
Yeah, so our residential center is specifically for moms, and the moms live there with their babies. They can actually have children up to the age 10 to 12. So it's actually like a little family unit because they can have 3 children, 4 children, and they live there. And it's like a little apartment that they live in. And they go to sessions during the day, and the children go to daycare or school. Although right now that's looking a little different with virtual school, but I'm actually working right now to try and get some people to love on our kids because they really need like arts and crafts and games and like anything. And so we even have like on our little wish list, we have like snacks, like Rice Krispie treats and, fun stuff for them because as you can imagine, we have, I don't know, maybe 40 women at the center right now, which means we probably have, 60 kids. So it's quite an interesting mix. But on a normal day, it's a really amazing place, and to see the little newborn babies. And I think sometimes people misunderstand sometimes when they see that and they ask me, "Don't you get sad?" And I say, "Why would I get sad?" And they said, "Because there's these moms and babies here, and the moms are addicts, and there's kids here, and isn't that sad?" I said, "No." I said, "My job brings me so much hope and happiness because these are the women getting help. The ones that you should feel sad for are the ones that are not here because they don't know that there's a way to live that's different, And so that's really what I say to that question is, I just feel, so much love towards these women and their children and how brave they are for doing this and for trying to get help. It's pretty awesome to watch.
Mhm. So is it all women, Whitney?
Yes, at the residential center, it's all women. We are hoping to reopen our men's section. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to do that, but we have a plan in place. So hopefully that'll come sooner rather than later. But right now, it's just the women with the children at the center. And then, like I said, in Miami-Dade, we have a lot of outpatient services as well. And there's also medication assisted treatment, which right now is also really important because there's like an opioid epidemic. I mean, people are using opiates and they're dying. I mean, it's just like at a rapid increase. And so right now we're trying to make sure that people understand that there is medication assisted treatment out there. If you're not 100% sure if you want to, stop using drugs, that's okay. But let's be safe. Let's, do something so that you don't die during this pandemic from something that is actually preventable. So we're hoping that people can stay safe and, find the help they need. It's really important.
Mm. So, that's the recovery love that Village South and West Care provide. And so Whitney, what would you say to someone who's an addict out there who doesn't know what to do, knows they have a problem, or somebody who knows somebody, or is the parent of an addict, or knows someone who's an addict? What would you say to them? What do they do?
Well, with somebody who's struggling with addiction, the main thing that I would say is that there's no special formula. Just ask for help. You don't have to, anybody can get help. Anybody can recover. There's not a certain type of person that can't get help or can't get clean. The only thing that needs to be there is a desire, even if it's somebody else telling you need to go, and you at least have the willingness. That's all you need. You just need to have the willingness, really. A little bit of willingness, a little bit of desire, and the rest comes later. And that's all you have to focus on, and just reaching out for help. It honestly doesn't even really matter necessarily who you reach out to. It's just reach out to somebody close to you that you can trust. There's a lot of different ways that people can reach out right now. There's actually virtualna.org, and that's where a lot of virtual Narcotics Anonymous meetings are at. There's also intherooms.com, which is it's almost like Facebook for people in recovery. It's really great. So that's another awesome resource. And that also can be a resource for families too. And there's other websites as well out there that you can, there's one called FATA, there's one called SAMHSA. So there's all these different resources if you look for them. And for family members, it's kind of the same, never give up, don't give up. And there is a fine line between enabling somebody and loving them. And it's really difficult because it's someone you love and care for. But it's so important that, you help them get the help that they need. So It's just a matter of loving them through it and getting them the help that they need, even though it's really uncomfortable sometimes. It's not exactly a fun process for many. So it's one of those things that is necessary. And I think that honestly, you talk about this all the time, Kenny, but love is a key factor in helping somebody with addiction. I'll tell you one quick story. When I'm in it, I used to work in admissions at the center, so I would admit a lot of the clients, and this was a long time ago. And a lot of times they would say, "You like your job, don't you?" Because they could feel that I cared. People can see, especially an addict, can see right through you if you don't care, and if you're just kind of like, here, sign here, do this, check that box. They know. So it's a whole different level when they walk in the door and they can feel a sense of love right away, that somebody cares. When you're on the street and you're an addict, you believe that no one loves you. You believe that no one cares. You believe that you're worthless. So love and care and kindness are things that an addict really needs, even though sometimes people don't want to give it because, addicts have done some not nice things sometimes. So.
Mm. So it's really important to forgive and to love and to also never give up, and that anybody can ask for help, and you're there for them, Whitney. You're there for them. Like you said, if they want to reach out to you 24/7 virtually, you're there. And I just really acknowledge you, Whitney, because who you've always been for me is love and pure love. And, you just love everybody and you want to help all those addicts out there and you just love them. And there's no stigma, or people who are addicts should not be ashamed. We're all human beings. We all have hearts. We all have souls. We all have minds. We all have brains. So we're all just human beings. There's no labels. So we can love everybody and just be who we are, and it's okay. And so I just really acknowledge you, Whitney, for being there for anyone, even someone who's an addict 24/7, so they can reach out to you anytime if they need you.
Oh yeah, and I also I have a funny story. I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I had a client. Um, we were talking about something, and we were talking about the stigma around what is an addict and what does that look like and all that kind of thing. And I said, "Well, do you think I look like an addict?" And they were like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, newsflash, I'm 17 years in recovery." And they went, "What?" And I mean, I'm 17 years now. Back then it was 10 or whatever. So, but yeah, I was like, yeah, you don't have to look a certain way to be an addict. It could be anybody. And I think that we've seen that these days, unfortunately, or fortunately, sometimes it takes some really desperate times to show us things, kind of like in this pandemic that we're going through. I think a lot of love is coming out of this. I just did a virtual session with our family members for like 2 hours the other day. We don't talk that much ever, so I love that, addicts can recover no matter what. And I think that's a really important message. And I think it's also important that we love them through what they're going through. And yeah, yeah.
I love that message. So I really want to thank you, Whitney, for being on the show and spreading such love in the world the way you do. I love you so, so much.
I love you too,
And
Kenny. Thank you so much. I love this show. I'm so excited. Rachel was amazing as always, and I'm so excited to hear our next guest. So thank you again.
you're welcome, Whitney. Love you so much. Okay, we're going to take a commercial
Love you
break.
too.
Love you. Welcome back, all you lovers, to the Florida Love Show. I love you all. So, Florida Love is a platform that I created, and again, my dream of love and loving the world, and us all getting along. And at Florida Love, we have platforms to share love. So, some of the love platforms we have is we have Love Will Keep Us Together Facebook group, and we have Florida Love Networking, where you can post your events and what's happening in Florida that you want to share with everyone. We have Love Circle, which is a virtual love network, and we're going to meet when this whole love virus is over. We're going to meet at Rex Barron of Boca, and we're going to get together and share love. And then we also have Love Songs, where you can share your favorite love songs. And to me, everything is love, so I could have a million groups. So the other thing about Love Will Keep Us Together is it's just a place where you could post about love, and it inspires me every day to get up and say good morning and good night and I love you, and we all love each other. It's really beautiful. And the other platforms that we have is if you want to be a guest on the show, please contact me. You can call me anytime, 24/7 at 917-699-1995, and leave me a message that you'd love to be on the Florida Love Show. And we also have our magazine, which our first issue came out. So this is the magazine. This is the Florida Love magazine. And the Florida Love magazine is came out for April, and it's virtual, it's online. So we have all amazing articles about people who are spreading love in the world. And we're going to be having a May 2020 issue. So if you want to be in the issue, please contact me as well at 917-699-1995, or you can even email me at ken@florida-love.com, or go to our website at florida-love.com. And please let me know if you'd like to be in the magazine or if you'd like to be on the show and just spreading love in the world. We're spreading love. All we need is love. So I'm going to bring on Rene, who is incredible. I love Rene so much. Hi, Rene. I am Love. And Rene has his little love doggy, Lily.
Yeah.
So
that's Lily Love.
That's Lily Love. This is Rene Love with Lily Love. And I actually met Rene through Florencia, and Florencia was on the show, and she's an amazing painter. She's extraordinary. I love her paintings. And through Florencia said, you got to speak to Rene. Rene is love. He's got a love gym. He's all about love. I got to call Rene. So right away I called Rene, and now I have a new brother and friend.
Yes.
To me, he's like my twin. We're the same age, except he's a little he's a little more muscular and built than I am. And he was a world championship bodybuilder. He is a world championship bodybuilder. And Rene has a love gym where he gives everyone a free consultation. So if they come in, they can find out if they want to work with him. And he's just, to me, that he's just so generous. And love is patient and love is kind. And also, Rene is an author, and Rene gave me 2 of his books about the diet. So Rene is world renowned, and he's a global leader of health and love. And so he not only shows his clients about bodybuilding, he also shows his clients about nutrition, eating, if they want to heal themselves. Rene believes that we can heal ourselves with love. So Rene, please share with us more about your love gym.
Well, what I do there is, first of all, I make sure that everybody is welcome. Like my mom would always do when we had guests. They're always welcome. Everything that I have is yours. So mi casa, tu casa. You know what I mean? That's more important than anything. Once that is the beginning part of our relationship. The second part of it is me listening. And me listening means not me talking, me actually sitting there and spending time with you and listening to who you are, and what your aspirations are. Some people come to me in a way where they're, at the point where they're at their wits' end. And if they don't have that person that loves them, they won't ever get to that level of fitness or health that they're looking for. I've changed my paradigm from way back when I was competing to being a grunt. I literally muscled through everything I had to do, and I approached life that way. In my 40s, I realized that wasn't enough. So what I needed to do was open my heart up, do more self-love for myself, give to myself. And because I did that, I was able to give so much more to everybody. And I'm not talking just about my clients. I'm talking about everybody in life, from the cash register to the janitor to the CEO. I treat everybody the same. But that's what love is. First, self-love, and then the love for everyone else. And that's what happens at my gym. And I sit you down and I listen, and you tell me what you want. And then we basically work something out that works for you. I don't cookie cut anything. Even the diet. The diet is basically a certain amount of nutrients. But there's the way I do it with the person is based on the person's lifestyle, what they do in the morning, what they do at night, and then also too what kind of job they may have. They may have a job that they work at night, so we have to change the diet for that purpose. So it's a really detailed approach to changing people's lives from where they are to something greater than they thought they could be. But love is the premise. And I've learned because of my own mistakes, not because somebody said, hey, Rene, you should love everybody. I hit the wall. I literally hit the wall. And to Whitney's tribute to Whitney about being a recovering addict, I'm 30 years recovering. So yeah, you're right. You can't tell who's a recovering addict. There is no stigma. And much love to her, because it's so true. And I look at everybody just like I look at myself. We're all in pain. One way or another, something has happened to us. And that is my purpose in life. And that's my purpose through fitness and through love. And it all comes together beautifully. And at the end, we come out at the other side better for the experience, myself as well. And Lily too, she loves everybody.
Yeah, so Rene heals with love. And if you have an ailment, like you're suffering from diabetes, or your back hurts, or your shoulder hurts, or whatever you're suffering through, Rene helps his clients to heal. Rene actually loves his clients to heal. He shows them
Yes.
a way of, whether it's exercise or eating or whatever it is, to love them through healing. And if you see his gym is full of love sayings. And he was sharing with me how you walk in, you put on whatever music you want with Rene. So you want classic rock, heavy metal, love songs, whatever, rap. Like Rene said, mi casa es su casa. So his gym is your home. And Rene, share more about that with us.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the thing is that when people, I want that experience to be you are having a vacation from life. I want you to come into my gym and feel like you've escaped from the world, that you have this time for yourself. You are the center of the universe at this point. And that's important, because we are the center of the universe. We have to self-love. That is self-love. And if I can offer that to everybody that walks through the door, I've done my job. Plus, I have 30 years of experience in the science behind it. I'm 53 years old now, and I'm also too an anti-aging expert. So we deal with a lot of different aspects of life, anywhere from post-rehab onto, if you wanted to compete, I could help you compete. I myself, I'm retired, but if anybody wanted to be crazy enough, I could. But most of my clients come in. One of my things that I have is 50 is the new 30. And I really want people to believe that your body, your temple can reverse an age. And that's important for us to believe that, because aging is not, it's not like all of a sudden we just get decrepit. It's an option. We can reverse the aging process. Not only can we reverse the aging process, genetically speaking, all of us are superhuman. We have the DNA of a triathlete in every single one of us. And not to say that that's what you should do. But just think about that for a second. Think about your possibilities. I always tell my clients, go crazy. My favorite thing is being Batman. So I couldn't afford the Batman suit, so I figured I make the Batman body. So everybody needs to go crazy and be that child, because that is what love is. It's going back to the original us, like you said in the beginning, the infant. That is who we are. Everything else is a program. Everything else is learned. Hate is learned. Anger is learned. Racism is learned. The real us is love. And if we can all go back to that, just imagine the planet we would have. And that's my purpose. My purpose is that more than anything else. But we're stuck in these bodies, so might as well amp them up so we can deliver this love with the highest amount of energy possible. And that's Lily biting my hands.
I love you, Rene, so much. The purpose, like Rene says, his life purpose is love. And now Rene was sharing with me when he was young, he was 8 years old. Now, again, we all start out as baby love. He used to watch Jack LaLanne and Richard Simmons, and they inspired him. And then he saw the wide world of sports when he was 12, and he saw the Mr. Universe contest, and that got him all excited about bodybuilding. So he would do 10 push-ups, 100 push-ups, 1,000 push-ups. But the one thing about Rene, you look at Rene, he's this muscle man. You know, it's like, oh my God, look at this scary muscle man. This guy's a mush ball. He's a love ball. And so his power is his vulnerability. And our power in all of us is to love and be vulnerable. I mean, who could each of us go out and say I love you to today? Who could we say good morning to in the morning? Good night when we go to sleep, sweet dreams. Who could we say I love you to? Who are we not talking to because we had a fallout that we could mend the relationship and just call up and say, you know, I forgive you, I love you. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for me. I don't want to drink poison. Resentment is poison. Love is freedom. So if we want to be free, let's go out and just love everybody. Be the pure love we are as babies, the baby love. And like I look at Rene right now, he's just so beautiful. He's just love. And he's sitting there with his dog Lily Love. And he's such love. And I have a brother. And so like Rene, again, not only with Jack LaLanne, he would watch Gumby, right? You'd watch Gumby.
Yeah.
And we all were young, we'd watch cartoons. See, when we were young, we were love. And the other thing about Rene is his mom. Rene, tell me about your relationship with your mom and how she's loved you through all your trials and tribulations.
Well, the number one thing, and I have to be honest about this is if it wasn't for my mom, I would not be alive today, simply because she never, ever showed me anything but love. Yes, she was a disciplinary, and yes, I deserved it, absolutely. She had a tough side to her that put me in my place, but the unconditional love she gave me it was tangible. It wasn't something that I could feel. It was something I could touch. And because of that, she taught me. I remember one day she said, little Rene, she calls me little Rene, right? Little Rene, look in the mirror and say to yourself, and this is at 80 years old, and my mom is a third world country mom, so I don't know where she got this progressive thing. So look in the mirror and tell yourself, you are responsible for your happiness. And I thought my mom was a little nutty, right? So I said, okay, whatever, I'll play along. I mean, you fast forward that 50 some years later, and I have in my gym with on the mirrors, I am divine, I am love. So everybody can enjoy the version of them that they really need to enjoy, which is love. And that, at the end of the day, that becomes service to others. Like you said, Kenny, we should go out there and love people. Like when I go to the register and I see somebody they're down a little bit, and I just notice one thing that looks nice, like a beautiful smile, and I say, you know what? That's a beautiful smile. That is service to others. It doesn't take anything from me, but it does fill my heart, and I can see the transformation in their face, and I'm like, thank you. Sometimes it's neutral, but that's fine because I did my job. My job is service to others, and that is unconditional love, and that's what all of us are. It's a tough road, though, and all of us need to kind of understand and be very patient. Laos came, I was reading about Laos, and he had 3 words: patience, compassion, and simplicity. Those 3 words I use with everything in my life, and that ultimately is unconditional love.
So simplicity, compassion, and patience from Lao, unconditional love of a mom, or we could unconditionally love and accept all of us, and also that it's just just the little things, like the little
Yeah.
Little things of love. If we're on a line in a store, hey, you have a beautiful smile, or, I even say to the cash registers, I love you. And they,
Yeah.
99% they say, I love you back. And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
and they smile. When I say I love you to someone, they smile. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be like if we all said I love you to each other? Like, I love you, Rene. I say I love you to Rene, my brother. And I'm so lucky to have that. And there's a freedom. There's a freedom.
Yes.
Resentment
Mm-hmm.
kills. Love frees. Love breeds love. I call it loving it
Love
forward. So,
love
Rene,
is
how can
creating.
people contact you to love it forward with their health and their well-being? How can they contact you?
Well, they can call me on my direct line, which is 954-394-6979. They can also, I want to offer all of your viewers out there a free download of my book on my website. You just go to my website, you put in your email, and you get a free download of my nutrition book. And in that website is www.rene, R-E-N-E, Endara, ENDARA.com. And please, if you have any questions, anything whatsoever, because at this point in our lives, we have the time because we're social distancing. So we have that time right now to really invest in ourselves. We might as well. I told all of my clients, I am not surviving Corona. I am going to thrive. I met you, Kenny. All my clients are now, they're healthier and better only because we're together and we're doing this together. So all of us together, please call me, allow me to help in any way I can. And that would be wonderful. It would make my day, and most certainly Lily.
Yeah, so please call Rene and Lily. And what was the phone number, Rene?
954-394-6979.
Great. So, Rene, I want to thank you for being on the show. I love you. You've been an
I love you.
incredible inspiration to me. I love you. And with that, I'm going to thank all the viewers for watching the Florida Love Show. And I look forward to seeing you next week, next Friday at 3 p.m. Love you all.
Love you.
You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week.